Hey everyone, welcome to the next episode of the Big Bang Theory podcast. We're here on episode 14 of season 1. It's called the Nerdvana Annihilation. In this episode, basically Leonard thinks that he's bidding on this miniature time machine. Turns out it's a full-size replica of the time machine from the movie The Time Machine. And yeah, the whole episode revolves around that and how Leonard is basically like a nerd and he gets a little self-conscious about that in front of Penny with some drama and some humiliation. Contrell, what were your thoughts on this episode?
Have you ever seen Time Machine?
I have not, actually.
I haven't either. So that was kind of over both our heads, I guess. Maybe we should go back and watch that on the Affinity Streaming Rewind podcast.
Rewind.
But anyway, this episode hit home, hit to heart to me because at times in my life I've been told I need to put the collectibles away and stop buying comic books and stop buying action figures. And you know what? Forget all that noise, man. Be you, enjoy you, especially not for no girl that you ain't even in the same area code with right now. So I'm not throwing away my collectibles for no girl, nobody. They mind. That's what I do if I like it. That's what I do. So don't change.
You stand strong.
Stand strong. Forget Penny. Was she on her like third boyfriend in 13 episodes? Forget her, man.
Yeah. Poor Leonard.
Well, come on, man. Get out of here with that.
Yeah. At the end, he realizes his error in thought. It's like, forget it, let's go.
Yeah. Only because he saw the other dude. It wasn't no like revelation.
He sees Penny with some hotter guy.
Don't change your lifestyle for somebody. Do you look? Toys everywhere. I ain't changing nothing. Look at that.
And he's a grown man, everyone.
That's right. And I'm old. So
old man.
Forget that.
What was your favorite part of this episode?
My favorite part was actually Sheldon, which is rare for me. I guess the first couple episodes he was the best. But this one he was pretty funny too. I enjoyed Sheldon. There was no whiny. He wasn't that whiny this episode. He was the voice of reason. He was like pointing out to Penny, you got on Hello Kitty drawers right now, like in front of everybody when we all have on long sleeves. But I'm not gonna mention that. So Sheldon was my favorite part, and the funniest moment when he was staring at Leonard when Leonard was sitting in the time machine chair, like waking up from his nightmare, and he was just standing there staring at Leonard. That's my favorite part. But overall, I didn't care for this one.
It was kind of like a slow episode. Like it focused on one main point, and it's like it had some moments that made me laugh. I think I counted like 6 or so. Like it wasn't that bad. There were some moments, but overall it wasn't, I don't know. It wasn't like a really solid like, oh wow, like that's a great episode, go watch. It's like, it's just another one like moving through. Felt like it didn't bring a lot.
Yeah, but I feel like they're counting down to the season finale.
Yeah. My favorite scene, it just cracked me up, was like when they get the time machine for the first time, and as soon as Leonard turns it on, and they all just start moving around the room like really like fast, pretending he's like moving in time. I was like, that's funny. That's clever. Well done.
Yeah, this was directed by our guy, Mark Sandrowski. Aired on Monday, April 28th, 2008. That was almost 15 years ago. Or it's 15 years ago, right?
Yeah.
This was 15 years ago. Yeah. The one thing I want to complain about, though, was the whole premise of the episode. Like, a Penny being late. Like, so you're only other option was to go up and jump across to the like. That just seems like the last resort on things to do to get. Anyway, whatever.
Yeah, it was very silly. She could have just helped them move the time machine. Like,
She could have helped
just
them.
help them move it. It would have taken like a minute, you know?
The other people in that building, are they the only people in that building? No. Knock on some doors. Say, hey, can you help us get this up the stairs real quick?
Yeah.
Neighborly, neighbors being neighborly would have helped. But
yeah. Instead, she had to go sit with an
that
Armenian family.
Yeah, the replica was impressive. I thought it was nice looking. It's very, very impressive.
Yeah, the disc even spun and everything.
Yeah, it was nice.
Like, yeah,
we gotta
nice
go watch that movie.
Machine.
Let's go check it out.
Yeah, you better tell Charlie that that's coming on the rewind.
We're gonna.
You'll have to bring me on as a guest for that one.
Absolutely. And was it me or was Sheldon not rude in this episode? Was he?
Sheldon was like the voice of reason.
Yeah, he was
with
the
his
voice of reason.
Sword in the hallway, like calling out Penny.
He even said it himself. He's like, "I'm on fire."
Yeah. Oh yeah. When he was like recognizing Leonard was sad. He's like, "Woof.
Yeah.
I'm on fire tonight. I can recognize emotion. Look at me go."
Nice. Yeah, Penny was wrong, man. Penny was wrong for that, and I'm hurt. You can still, have your collectibles and your.
Who told you to get rid of them? Who told you?
Actually, it was my grandma in 8th grade. Shout out Grandma Rosie. Rosie. She in 8th grade. I was on my way to 7th grade from 6th grade. I was about to go to 7th grade, and she said, "You know what? You need to get rid of all your G.I. Joes and comic books and come on over to the real world and grow up." Because
you weren't even that old.
I know, but I was going to middle school. I was like becoming a man. And she was like, "You got to leave all those toys behind, or you're never gonna find a significant other." And boy, was she wrong. Wrong, Grandma. Shout out Grandma Rosie, Greenville, Mississippi.
Now he has his man cave here with all his stuff.
That's right. Absolutely.
Too cool.
I'm too cool.
There was a moment in the episode that didn't make me laugh, but it made me laugh thinking that maybe it would make you laugh. Can you guess what that moment was?
I have no idea.
It was Howard.
Howard was. What did Howard? He said something about boobs, but I don't remember. Yeah. He said.
Penny was like, "Oh, like it shows like something along the lines of like what you like is like what you are. Like it embodies you as a person." And Howard's just like, "Well, I must be large breasts."
Look, you are a great guy, and it is the things you love that make you who you are.
I guess that makes me large breasts.
Wow.
Like, come on, Howard. Come on.
Howard. No, like tact, that guy. Just straight out. I mean, but what just never mind. I'm not gonna go there with Penny. I'm not gonna do it. I said I would stop, and I'm gonna stop. I'm not going there.
What, her clothes? You commenting again?
But I'm saying, like, if I know somebody's a horn dog like Howard, I think I'm gonna like recognize that when I go speak to them. That's all I'm saying.
I think like, Howard just needs to not be Howard.
Yeah, Howard just needs to not be Howard, but still, it's a combination of things, man.
Did you have any other like points in the episode that made you laugh or some cringe or anything?
No, just a couple things that I liked. The Flash T-shirt that Sheldon had on at one point, and there was also a really cool Supergirl statue in this episode that I never noticed before. It was in the background, and it was just like it was really cool. And I was trying to find one, and it was very expensive. So they have had a lot of cool props that are really hard to find and expensive now. So there was a Supergirl statue out in there that was really awesome.
Well, I didn't even notice. Yeah,
in
I
the
think they
universe.
did a good job. Like, as they're talking about this, like, it really is like Nerdvana there. Like, they really put in a lot of effort to the set and everything. And at least from like looking stuff up online, it's like, yeah, they really like bought the props and everything. It's not just like they had some fake thing that they were using.
Yeah,
So,
and the
which,
Geordie LaForge action figure, and yeah,
mm-hmm.
they had some real. See, they had a real nerd in the room on this episode.
Yeah.
They brought in a consultant.
Are you a Star Trek fan?
Uh yes, kind of. Not like hardcore, but I know the Star
Okay.
Trek
I felt like
lore
they
and
made like
history.
multiple Star Trek references during this one with like different dates, like stealing like a cloaking device and the Morlocks and stuff, which I don't know so well, but I was like, okay, like yeah,
Yeah,
they're
I don't
definitely
know if
pulling in
the
a lot of Star Trek.
Morlocks. I don't know if Morlocks are a Star Trek reference or if they were in the Time Machine movie. I don't know, but
Oh,
I don't
I just
remember Morlocks.
assumed that they were from Star Trek.
Yeah,
What are
I
they?
don't really know. And as you know, we don't fact check here on the Affinity Streaming podcast. So
I need to know.
you need to know.
I need to know what they are. Apparently it's the first thing that came up is Marvel.
Oh, Morlocks are like a race of mutants that live in the sewers in Marvel, so that's a different thing.
Oh geez. There's too many Morlocks then.
Yes. So maybe do Morlock Time Machine,
All
or
right.
I don't know. I would have to watch the movie. The Morlocks are humanoid
It is
species which descend from
yeah,
humans.
it is from the Time Machine movie.
Yeah,
All right.
1960,
Not Star
right?
Trek, my bad.
1960.
Yeah.
That movie came out.
Yeah. Okay. We have to watch the
All right.
movie. I'm sorry
We have
guys.
to watch the
We failed
movie.
you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
check out Affinity Streaming Rewind feed for Time Machine. Guest starring
Time
Riley.
Machine. Yeah. Yeah. And we had one guest in this episode we mentioned briefly, Mike, who is Penny's boyfriend or whoever she's going out with on a date this time, who basically at the end of the episode, after Leonard's like, I'm gonna sell all my collection, get rid of everything, all of this, and then this guy like walks over and like grabs Penny for a date. Leonard's like, forget it, it's my turn on the time machine.
Yeah, you know what? One more diss on Penny. One more. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Penny, I usually love you, but so he's like, are you ready to go? And she's like, yeah, I just got to change clothes. Then you're not ready. You're not ready to go then. You know what time I'm coming. You still in your like Hello Kitty, like sleep attire. It looks like you just woke up. You're not ready. How long am I going to be waiting on you, Penny? That's why she can't. Always late. Be on time.
All right, be on time, people.
Yeah,
Contrell's
don't
words.
blame them because you're late to work. Be on time to work. Be on time for your date, Penny. All right, I'm done.
She's late. Penny's a little bit of a mess, but that's why we love her.
Yes. Did you mention that Mike was played by Andrew Walker?
That's what I was trying to get to, but you went off on a tangent.
I interrupted you. Sorry, I ran off on my Penny tangent.
No.
Be ready for your date. If you tell your date to be there at 7, be ready at 7. Don't be like, I'm almost ready. I just have to change. Then you're not ready.
What if he's
Life
late?
advice. He wasn't late. Unless he was early, but it didn't seem like it.
Maybe.
Life advice from Contrell. There you go.
All right. Andrew W. Walker, guys. He's been in a couple things. He was Mike. He best known for Steel Toes, The Torturer, and Snowden Christmas. A couple different movies he's been in. I have not seen any of them, but
Steel
seems
toes?
like he's been in a bunch of stuff.
What?
Yeah.
What's steel toes?
It is
like toes on your feet, toes?
Well, that's the name of the movie.
Okay.
So it is
awesome.
Yeah, from 2006. You can add that to your rewind list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
All right. You got anything else?
That's it.
All right. I have one last thing. You haven't seen the episode yet, but they made a mess up in this episode because in a future episode, they will explain what actually happened, that the elevator is out of order. And I noticed watching it back that they said like this elevator broke 2 years ago, and like they act in this episode like they don't know how. And I don't want to spoil it for Contrell, so I won't say. But in a future episode, they explain what happened with the elevator. So I feel like the writers had a little bit of a mess up this time, because what they said in this episode like makes a future episode like false kind of thing. But we'll see it when we get there.
All right,
yeah,
cool.
Little mess up.
Awesome.
All right, guys, that's all we got this time. We're just a couple episodes away from finishing up season 1. I feel like the episodes are going a little like downhill towards the end of this, so it needs to come back up, like end on a strong note, you know?
Yes.
All right. Thanks. We will see you next time. It's been fun. Bye, guys.
Thanks.